Hi, I'm Layne White, and I'm the preacher here at the Central Church of Christ in Harrisonburg, Virginia. And this is Trey. Can you say hi? Hi. And this is my son. Today I'd like to talk to you about John chapter 4. Here in the beginning of John chapter 4, we see that Jesus needed to go from one place to another. And so on his journey, he could have gone around Samaria, or he could have gone through Samaria. And he decided he wanted to go through Samaria, which was strange for a Jew, especially with other Jews, to go through or even go into or very close to this region known as Samaria and the Samaritans, because they did not get along. You see, there had been differences between the two, and they have been getting farther and farther apart throughout the years. But what happens here is he goes and he sits at Jacob's well, and he's waiting on the other disciples who have gone to a city in Samaria to go buy some meat, it says in around verse 8 of John chapter 4. And he starts speaking to this woman, and he says, "Hey, will you please give me some water to drink?" And she's there to draw water out of the well. And she says, "Why are you a Jew here, and why are you asking me for water?" And he said, "Well, if you knew who it was that asked, and you knew all of these things, then you would have asked him in return for the water that he provides." You see, when people drink this water, you want some water? See, when people drink this water, they're going to thirst again. You want some more?
Lemon.
Okay. We got some backwash in there now. But when people drink this water, they're going to thirst again. But when people drink this water that God provides, they'll never have to thirst ever again. Their thirst will be quenched, and they'll never go thirsty again. The Word of God can do so many things for us. And God has provided His Word through these inspired people to us. And He's protected it through all of these years and kept it safe and kept us safe. And He has kept His promises true and proved them over and over and over. This woman was not prepared to meet Christ that day, but she did. And she had a conversation, and she was able to speak with Him openly and freely. And upon realizing, we'll go get you some more. Let's drink some water. She was able to have a good conversation with Him about spiritual matters, and she even had to admit some heavy things regarding her marriages, and her current living situation with a man who was not her husband. You see, too many people today are not willing to sit down and speak with anyone about their spiritual condition. And they say things like, "Well, if I were to actually speak to Jesus, that would be a different story." Well, my question is, would it? You see, when a lot of people in the New Testament knew that they were speaking to Jesus, their attitudes were very different than they were normally. But sometimes people spoke to Jesus and they did not know who He was. And the things that they said before and the things that they said after were very different. My point in all of this is that in this John chapter 4, later on in the chapter, we start to see that she becomes so excited about meeting Christ, meeting the Messiah, and hearing what He had to say, and accepting what He had to say about her life. And she went on her way, not just rejoicing, she was so excited, she started telling people in the market that she didn't even know about who she had met, and tried to get more people to go see Him. That's enthusiasm. That's excitement. We need more of that enthusiasm and excitement and willingness to listen to someone who we may not even know, a perfect stranger, even an enemy, such as the Samaritans and the Jews were in many ways. Here you go, bud. We need to be more open and honest. I'll get you some more crackers. We'll go get you some more crackers. Give me 1 minute. We need to be more open and willing to have these conversations, and to maybe admit that we might not have all the answers, and we may not be living the right way. Maybe if we allow ourselves to meet Christ through this word, and we allow ourselves to, and we challenge ourselves to obey this word and everything that it teaches, maybe we can have that same level or a similar level of excitement that this lady had. And hopefully that will lead us to do what she did and go and tell everyone about our dear Lord. I hope that you've enjoyed this lesson. Again, my name is Layne White, and this is the Central Church of Christ in Harrisonburg, Virginia. We're located at 822 Country Club Road, and I really hope that you would like to come by and speak with us someday, and maybe come and worship with us as well. Now, I made him a promise, so I'm going to go uphold that end of the deal. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and God bless.